First place just so happens to be nicknamed the first state. It's the second smallest state and it's the least populated state. Coming in at number 1 on the list of best states for retirement is Delaware. The ranking here takes into consideration 5 major categories and weights them according to their importance. Affordability gets a 40% weighting, overall well-being a 25% weighting, healthcare cost and quality 20%, weather 10%, and crime 5%. Delaware ranks 20th in affordability, 2nd in well-being, 39th in quality and cost of healthcare, 8th for weather, and 36th for crime. I think weather and crime should get a little bit more love in the overall score, but I also get why affordability is so important. And that's really because inflation has been driving up expenses since 2020. This has caused many retirees to find new ways to stretch their dollars, and they have to alter their retirement plans. This brings us to the number 2 spot, which is nicknamed the Mountain State. Its state bird is the cardinal, and its capital is Charleston. If you guessed Virginia, then you were wrong, because it's actually West Virginia. They are number 1 when it comes to affordability, 27th for well-being. They're actually dead last in healthcare, which tells me it's probably due to quality and not costs, since they got 1 in affordability. To me, this really should disqualify it from being number 2, just because healthcare is so important when you get older. And I wanted to point this out because you should always take these rankings with a grain of salt. Weather, they're 21st, crime, they're 16th. Number 3 is nicknamed the Peach State, and I think that's probably enough to give it away. Of course, we are talking about Georgia, which seems like a pretty nice state to spend your golden years. They rank 5th in affordability, 42nd in well-being, which is much lower than I thought it would be. Quality and cost of healthcare, they're 34th, 6th for weather, and 29th for crime. Number 4 is nicknamed the Palmetto State. Its state animal is the white-tailed deer, and its state capital is Columbia. South Carolina comes in 17th for affordability, 20th for well-being, quality, cost of healthcare 33rd, 9th for weather, and 46th for crime. I'm a bit surprised with the crime score, but remember, this is a statewide score. Next up is known as the Cave State. I've never heard that before, but it is also the birthplace of jazz, which gives you a little bit of a better hint. Missouri lands at the number 5 spot. 9th for affordability, 18 quality cost of healthcare, 35 well-being, 22 for weather, and 42nd for crime. This is a great study, but I don't think the overall rankings are as helpful as the specific category scores, because everyone has their own preferences and requirements. Having said that, let's take a look at the bottom 5. Coming in dead last is Alaska, mainly due to its high living cost, harsh weather, and limited healthcare options. Number 49 is New York, because everything is expensive. Washington, 48. Despite good healthcare, they really struggle with high housing and living expenses. California, my home state, is number 47, and again, most of these are due to high cost of living. However, if you can't afford to live here, the weather is pretty hard to beat. Number 46 is North Dakota, and this state makes sense to me being at the bottom just because of the state's harsh weather and rising healthcare costs. If you're considering a move for retirement, you should really focus on your individual needs and requirements. The overall rankings here don't give you the full picture, so keep in mind these 6 factors when deciding which state to live in for retirement. The first, obvious, financial situation. Before making a move, assess your finances and estimate how long your retirement income will last. Delaying Social Security can also boost your monthly benefits, which will help to protect against inflation. Number 2 is sense of community. Retirement is all about being happy. It's essential to find a place where you can build connections. Test a location for several months to see if it's easy to meet people and join activities. 3, cost of living. We talked about this. This is number 1 on the score. Relocating to a more affordable area can help stretch retirement savings, but it's important to weigh the trade-offs such as quality of healthcare, natural disasters, and just quality of life. Healthcare is number 4, and this will likely be a significant expense in retirement. So consider the quality, cost, and proximity of services before relocating. Taxes. Taxes vary by state dramatically, so talk to an expert and understand what the sales tax, property tax, and income taxes are in your state. Number 6 is climate. Climate is obviously extremely important. You want to be able to go outside and hike and do the things that you want to do. So to wrap this all up, choosing the best place to retire is a deeply personal decision influenced by finances, lifestyle preferences, and healthcare needs. Whether you prioritize affordability, a strong sense of community, or access to healthcare, taking the time to research your options and weigh the pros and cons is essential for finding the ideal retirement destination. I'm Gragg, your certified financial planner. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.